Finally! I was waiting for, like, it's almost 11. And I had enough time to basically make, like, a whole, like, I've made the community post and whatnot. I've probably thrown a picture up as well. Yeah, anyway, enough of that. Let's, jump right into checking out, whoa, hang on. Gotta check out that background. Well, it's not really that different, it's just that they brightened up the sky for once. It's no longer purple. They finally escaped the night. It's finally daytime. Do I still have this active? Huh. Well, it doesn't really matter. I can't really use it because I don't have the resources to actually level anything up. Let me just quickly do the usual Disney Heroes chores. Why do they have the events tab there? Let me try this again. There we go, that's better. When you also still have it here. Weird. And there's the Mirabel trial, which I can only guess is inaccessible until, like, Mirabel is, like, day 11. Yep. So, aside from Mirabel being added to the game, which, not the first Madrigal I thought was going to add to be in this game, I could have sworn Bruno or Luisa would be the first picks. Because, you know, they're probably the more memorable of the magic. Well, they're all pretty memorable, honestly, but, like, out of all the ones, those are probably the ones that get the most attention. We also have costumes for Beast, and I assume random characters just have mastery skins right now. Like, I didn't talk about this in previous videos, but Vanellope has mastery skins, which you'd think would make me overjoyed, because, you know, Vanellope's one of my favorite character in this game. One of my favorite characters, you know. As I keep saying, I only level up the characters I actually really care about most of the time. I have no history with Darkwing Duck, but he's here because he's pretty cool. I like him. But then also, if I can find her, Demona's up here, actually. I have watched a bit of Gargoyles, but not enough to know enough about Demona. But my guild is currently doing this thing where they want us to level up specific characters. This month, we will be working on Ida and Demona as a guild to improve those characters. Make sure to post yours so we can see your progress. My Ida's already very powerful, but yesterday, no, 2 days ago, no, it was yesterday, I leveled up my Demona just because the guild asked to, and that's something good. Give us something to work towards, even though I would much rather work towards characters I care about, but it's not like I hate these characters or anything. I don't really hate any of these characters, unless, of course, there's one in here that I completely forgot, but again, the Rocketeer is an example of a character that's just in this game, and I just never pay attention to it because I have zero history, zilch, nada history with the Rocketeer. Where was I going with this? Oh, I was looking for Beast. That's right. I'm just going to type his name in. Type his name in. Beast. There we go. There's his skin. Huh. Doesn't look really... Well, but it is... I guess I wasn't expecting the brown piece here. But either way, I really want that skin more than anything because that's the Beast I prefer, not to this this rug. What is he wearing? I don't know what he's wearing, but this outfit, that's the superior outfit. Now we just need Belle to come in her outfit. Does she actually have one? Actually, if I can find her, just get rid of all that. I type in Belle. No costume. Okay. What was I talking? I was talking about Vanellope's costumes. I'm not really that big on them. I didn't even get enough for the silver. Oh. The blue, you'd think the blue one would be my favorite, but I'm not really digging these costumes. I think it would have been better if they had kept... I think they just did too much of these colors. Like, if they had kept those parts red, the red licorice, that would have been way better than, because this one is a nice combination of colors of green and, like, a very off red, basically. It's a good color combination. But this one, it's all just one color, which kind of makes it less appealing. It's not like if I can just find Jake here. I think Jake pulls off this look incredibly well because he is already technically one color. And he still gets to keep his green hair, the green highlights on his hair. So it works. It really works for him. But then Vanellope, it doesn't work. If I can find Luce is another example of a good one. There she is. Although it's like... sort of okay. I think the blue one works the best because it just looks like her original outfit, but with just some similar colors. This one's kind of like too much yellow. You just kind of balance between what needs to be changed to gold And maybe I'm talking nonsense. Again, I have zero idea of how this works. I know Doof. Doof has a really good one, actually, because he keeps his black shirt. But then it's just the pants and the lab coat that changes. Everything, and the silver one's probably the worst one, because it doesn't... I think, actually, the gold, in this case, is the best one, because everything else looks too similar to the original. So there's really no point in getting 2,000 points just to give him some blue pants. This one, especially the silver is horrible. It just gives him gray pants. Why would you switch green pants for gray pants? It doesn't make sense. The gold changes the most. It really changes depending on the character, which is like... It's. I guess that's not what they were intended. They're intended for the blue, the platinum, to look the best. If there are other characters in here. I know Max has one. Let me type in Max. Sorry, Mirabel, you're just going to have to wait a minute. I'm talking about colors because I do rig animation work. I've been... Especially when you're working with something like Hilda, there's a lot of, like, color theory going into that. How Hilda is the only one to use blue and... No, not the only one. It's like there's, like, videos explaining this way better. How in her show, like, anything that's used on Hilda is usually used in the rest of the world, with accompanying of, like, brown and green. But then when you consider, like, something like Kaiza shows up, where her hair is purple, and anything with, like, a color that doesn't fit the usual color scheme, it stands out more. What am I even talking about? This is another one where I'm not too fond of it, because if they kept his pants, or like changed the color of his pants, it just the mastery skins are like, they're hit or miss depending on what you're going for. It's not like these where they completely change the character and it's actually giving them something cool to wear. Anyway, I've been rambling on for 7 minutes. Let's talk about Mirabel for now. Some of us have bigger problems. I haven't watched the movie in a while, and I forgot when she said that. Determined to be noticed, Mirabel will stop at nothing to make her mark on the world. Just don't try to tell her what to do. Don't think that's correct. I think she is okay with taking orders and whatnot. Anyway, let's see her skills. Look at her. This must be a very complicated outfit. Just look at everything they have to add to this dress. And they have to animate that as well. Must be a nightmare. All of You. I know that song. It's one of my brother's favorites. Honestly, Encanto is just another one of those movies that my brother really enjoys. And it's one that I enjoy watching a lot. Can't wait for all of the family to be here, and then they get the Encanto collection. I'm just surprised that the movie was... It was popular, wasn't it? It did well. Well, it was restricted to Disney+, so I guess that might have hindered its performance. But still, it's just kind of shocking that, like, certain things just don't come to the game right away. Like Coco. When that came out, it was a big hit, and then Miguel was added to the game instantly. But then with Luca, Turning Red, and then, of course, Encanto... Actually, yeah, Turning Red came after Encanto, but that still... Meilin Lee got into the game way faster than Mirabel here. Anyway, I really gotta get going, otherwise this video's gonna take too long. Instead of dealing damage, Mirabel cheers on her team with her basic attacks, healing herself and all allies for a certain amount of HP. That seems like she's a pacifist, but she does actually deal damage later on in other skills. Active. Mirabel sings to her team, inspiring them to do their best. Mirabel and all allies get cleansed, gain skill power, and have their movement and attack speed increased by 100%. We need more cleansers in this game, because the amount of debuffs that everyone can give now is just insane. So having a cleanser on your team, that's such a relief, man. 1 step, 2 step. Wait. Does anyone else hear that? Right before she starts to dance, you can hear Kermit. You can hear Kermit's banjo. Was that intentional? Is that them recycling noises? I mean, it makes sense. I mean, there's like over 200 characters in this game. I guess they can borrow some sound effects. Mirabel dances, dealing fantastic damage to all enemies 4 times. Each time she deals damage, she charms the closest enemy that is not already charmed for 6 seconds. Oh, the phone! Never mind, my mom got it. What was I doing about? Each time she deals damage, she charms the closest enemy that is not already charmed. Therefore, you're saying that since she's doing damage 4 times, she's basically gonna, like, there's only one person that isn't going to be charmed, and that's only if they haven't been charmed already by another charming person on the team. That's a mad skill, honestly. Dangerous. Celebrate accordingly. accordionly. Accordioningly. That's hard to say. Mirabel plays the accordion, dealing fantastic damage to all enemies 4 times. Again, each swing of her accordion grants herself and her team 2 stacks of hardy. So 2 times 4, like 8. 8 stacks of hardy. And applies 1 corruption stack to all enemies. So 4 corruption stacks. And I guess it's right there, it can tell me. Each stack of corruption reduces an enemy's healable HP by 20%. Isn't that just what Curse did? Oh, well, I guess it's like a stackable version of that. Peaceful future. Oh, there's her victory. Look at her go. Ah, that's cute. At the beginning of each wave, Mirabel grants 10 hardy stacks to herself and all allies, while also making herself invincible and immune to disables for 10 seconds. Any enemies who attempt to damage or disable Mirabel during this time are dealt fantastic damage. That is busted. So, Zeus, Ariel, anyone who basically deals damage right off the bat. Ariel doesn't deal damage off the bat. I'm just used to having her during, like, creep search fights or, like, sorry, events that stack up the stamina or energy where I can just use her move instantly. Basically, anyone who's going to use damage instantly is going to get beat up by Mirabel. This is just basically, let's just reflect. This is just a way of, like, reflect without reflecting, I guess. Anyway, this invincible buff cannot be copied, stolen, or removed, and Mirabel can only damage each individual enemy this way at once every 2 seconds. So that's a way to keep it in check, I guess. And I know that she has another move that grants allies a certain something that I like to yell. I just don't remember where it is. Mirabel's basic attacks now grants 70 energy to allies, while the active portion of all of you applies 6 empowered stacks of Mirabel to Mirabel and all allies. 1-step, 2-step now shatters all enemies for 6 seconds, while Celebrate accordioningly buffs her and her team, granting armor and reality for 12 seconds. Weird. I could have sworn she had a skill that grants determination. But I guess I read that wrong in the patch notes. Okay, let's see. This is Cusco, and that's R.O. Who's R.O.? I'm just going to check. Robin Hood? Is that it? No, it's Rose. Oh, sorry. Okay. That makes sense. Cusco, support role allies are now immune to disables for the first 5 seconds of each wave. Okay, that's pretty good. And then Mirabel's basic attacks heal more HP. She gets the whole team gains skill power, and she also gains more HP. And then as for Rose, enemies charmed by Mirabel will also receive 1 stack of weakness for 6 seconds. And this can increase depending on, like, how many stars you have. Enemies lose reality. I'm going to be honest, I prefer the Cusco one. That one sounds way more useful. If you just have a whole team of supports, and then they're basically just immune for the first 5 seconds, and if this can increase depending on the stars, that's broken. Okay, and these are all just, like... These skills, don't sleep on these. These are very useful skills to have. Especially when you get to... Oh, wait, that's right. There's a new... They have the full... Where's the patch? Every single skill is now available now. That's cool. Yeah. And then, is the battle badge even here? There's the battle badge, but I don't care about the battle badge. I've mentioned that multiple times. And I can chat spar with her, right? Flick. You versus Mirabel. Let's go. Let's see what happens. She slides in, and I'm imagining... Oh, no, she can't, because she has to do the Healy things. Oh, there we go. She killed him. I doubt we're going to see her loss animation, though, unless I find, like, a full-on team. How does she do against Cruella? That's a pretty high-level Cruella. Oh, that's right. Anyone who tries to attack her will just die. So she literally can't. Let me find a whole team. Okay, you know what? A Demona and a Cruella. I mean, an Ida. Ida's busted in this game, so let's see. Okay, they're not dead yet, but I think Ida is taking damage. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. Mirabel is taking damage, but is she going to die? I don't think so. I think she can actually win this. No, wait, no, she's dying! Oh, she's sad. She's sad. She a sad girl. She not fine. Anyway, that's basically it for this episode. I don't really think there's anything else for me to check out, and even if there is, I do not have time, because this is a 15-minute episode, because I rambled on about costumes for, like, 8 minutes. Apologies for that. I was just, I don't know what. I don't know if I'll keep that in or not. Anyway, I'm gonna end this video now. I have more work to do. I have other videos to work on, and I only have like less than an hour to get this video out. Goodbye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching the video from beginning to end. If you want to see more, subscribe to the channel and join the Zainreborn community. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye.